Live from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Welcome to Phillies baseball. This afternoon, the Phils open a 4-game series with the Chicago Cubs. Going for the Phillies, making his first major league start, will be Bobby Munoz. He'll be opposed by Willie Banks for the Cubs. Harry Callis along with Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler on a beautiful afternoon in Chicago. Hope you're having a nice Memorial Day. The Cubbies' wheels have been on a roll of late. They've come out of nowhere to be back in contention.
It wasn't that long ago, Harry. They were really buried in the Central Division, but they have to like the way things are going right now. They went on a nice run. They won 10 out of 12, 12 out of 16 they've won right now. But the difference is, say, for example, the Phillies won 10 out of 12. The Phillies picked up a game and a half on the Atlanta Braves. These guys picked up 7 full games by going 10 and 12 or 10 and 2 on a slumping Cincinnati Reds club right now. So I think the Cubs are playing at a pretty high level right now, and they think they can win the thing.
Phillies have Pete Incaviglia in left field this afternoon, Whitey, and he has been playing against some right-hand pitching.
Well, you know, he's been pretty hot. 7 out of 11 games he's hit home runs, 4 of those in a row, and 1 of them as a pinch hitter. So, you know, he's been doing the job, and you have to play him here at Wrigley Field with this short left field that cuts across, and with the wind blowing out today. Pete is improving as a hitter. Now, if he can stay in the strike zone, he can do a lot of damage.
That wind is blowing out to left field today here at Wrigley Field. It'll be Bobby Munoz against Willie Banks, and we'll have the starting lineups for you after these messages.
Phillies and the Chicago Cubs is being brought to you by Smooth Busch Beer and Easy Drinking Busch Light. By Chevrolet, the cars and trucks 36 million people depend on every day. Genuine Chevrolet. Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. The Yellow Pages 9 out of 10 people use. The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. For 56 years, the health insurance company you can lean on.
Here's to the cowboy, still a modern-day hero, standing up for what's right as he rides across this land. He still earns every dollar to pass through his hands. So here's to the cowboy as he heads for the mountains. No place he'd rather be than right here. Come on along and head for the mountains of Busch.
Ford dealers know some problems can't be diagnosed in the shop, so they have a unique traveling companion, the Portable Vehicle Analyzer. It records engine data in ways no human eyes and ears can. Then it tells us what's wrong, so it can be serviced right the first time. Quality care, where the quality continues.
For service, see your Quality Plus Ford dealer. And while you're there, test drive the new Ford Windstar.
Rangers. Cherokees. Broncos. Explorers. Pathfinders. Blazers. Any pickup or 4x4. On-road or off. Boy, do we have a tire for you. The tough LTX Light Truck Series from Michelin.
Back at Wrigley Field in Chicago, we're going to have a packed house here at Wrigley Field for this Memorial Day game between the Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. And the Cubs are the last team the Phillies have seen in 1994. And the Cubs have been on a pretty good roll. They're coming in just 5 games out. They have won 10 of their last 12 ball games. 76 degrees. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Chicago. The wind is blowing out toward left field at about 15 miles per hour. So the Phillies open a 4-game set with the Cubs, and on this trip we'll finish it up at Houston, back home on Monday night, when the Phillies will entertain the Cubs and the Cardinals. Bobby Munoz will be making his first major league start. He made his major league debut last year against Chicago, only the White Sox. A year and a day ago, he faced the Chicago White Sox, and the first two batters he faced, Joey Cora and Frank Thomas, he struck out. But this will be his first major league start, and not an easy part for anyone, whether you've been around 10 years or you're making your first big league start.
Yeah, and the wind's blowing out to left field today, and what happens sometimes is pitchers start to nibble a little bit more, thinking they can't throw the ball near the middle of the plate, and then they get in trouble and they have to throw it down the middle, and you see a lot of home runs. So he looked for some offense here today.
Chicago Cubs have taken the field, and Jim Fragosi's Phillies lineup this afternoon will have Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leading off. Mariano Duncan, shortstop, at second. Ricky Jordan, first baseman, hitting third. Darren Dalton will catch and bat fourth. Pete Incaviglia in left field, hitting fifth. Jim Eisenreich, the right fielder, bats sixth. Kim Batiste at third base, hitting seventh. Mickey Morandini, second baseman, batting eighth. And pitching and hitting ninth will be Bobby Munoz. They will be facing the right-hander Willie Banks.
Willie Banks is 6'1", 195 pounds, 25 years of age, out of Jersey City, New Jersey. #1 pick of Minnesota in June of 1987. A highly regarded prospect at that time. The third pick overall in the draft that year in '87.
Defensively behind him, it's Steve Buechele at third, Sean Dunston at shortstop, Ryan Sandberg at second, and Mark Grace at first. Rick Wilkins does the catching. In the outfield, Derek May in left field, Tuffy Rhodes in center, and Sammy Sosa in right. The umpires for this afternoon's game: Cowboy Joe West behind the plate, Wally Bell at first base, Frank Pulley at second, and Greg Bonin at third. Lenny Dykstra will lead it off for the Phils. Dude hitting at .323. Had his consecutive game streak of getting a base on ball snap yesterday by Doug Drabek. It fell one short of the National League record. He had walked in 15 consecutive games. Willie Banks is a 25-year-old. Lifetime, he's won 21 and lost 21 in the major leagues. He has won his last 3 decisions in a row. Pitched 3 no-hitters in high school at Jersey City, New Jersey, St. Anthony's. That is a great basketball school, too. He played basketball with Bobby Hurley and Terry DeHare at St. Anthony's.
Pretty good players.
Yeah, really.
Well, this guy at one time was one of the most sought-after young baseball players in the country.
First pitch misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Lenny Dykstra, who leads the league in runs scored. 48, leads the league in extra base hits and leads the league in walks. Third in the league in on-base percentage. In the left field, Derek May lopes back and makes the play. So Dykstra's out on an opposite field fly ball. 1 down. It'll bring on Mariano Duncan.
Both these teams today seeing a pitcher for the first time. Willie Banks against the Phillies, and Bobby Munoz against the Cubs. Both of them in the American League last year.
Banks came to the Cubs this winter for pitcher Dave Stevens and catcher Matt Walbeck from Minnesota. One strike to Mariano Duncan. Dunk batting at .279. Duncan really wore out the Cubs last year. He had .469 against Cubs pitching. Banks throws fastball, curveball, and a changeup.
Had a real good curveballs last time out when he shut out the Dodgers in a complete game effort, 2-0.
Was his only complete game and the only shutout of his major league career. 2 balls and a strike to Mariano Duncan. Fouls it down the right field side. It's 2-2. Cubs will score runs. They've had pitching problems. Their staff ERA is 4.97. Only St. Louis and Colorado have a higher staff ERA. On the ground to Sandberg. Duncan is retired. 2 down, and that will bring on Ricky Jordan.
He just got an out on his curveball, and that's a pitch evidently was so effective in his last start against the Dodgers. Dodgers have a very right-handed hitting lineup, and he basically dominated a pretty good hitting team.
Jordan is batting at .286, a lifetime of .308 hitter here at Wrigley Field. He hits well here in this ballpark. One ball and no strikes to Ricky Jordan.
Jordan had precautionary x-rays on his side yesterday, and talking to him this morning, he says he feels pretty good. He just has some pain in that left side.
2 balls and no strikes to Ricky. Missing with a breaking ball. It's 3-0. Green light.
Oh, in this park, sure. Nothing in the first inning, and as you mentioned, Ricky Jordan hits pretty well here, so they might just let him flail away, especially with that wind blowing out the left.
He took it. It's 3-1. Two outs and no base runners here in the first. Drive to right. The wind will keep that one in the park as Sosa lines it up. Has to come in to make the catch, and that'll retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. At the end of 1/2, Phillies nothing. Cubs coming to bat.
Look at the '94 Ford Ranger. Looks a lot like the '93. Well, the '93 was a good truck. Yeah, in '93. But this Chevy's an all-new design with more horsepower and more head and shoulder room with a cargo bed that's deeper and wider than the Ranger. Ford's got to have something the new Chevy doesn't. It does. Aha, a higher price. That Ranger's about $500 more. That's it. I'm going to his local Chevy Geo dealer. To save $500, it's worth comparing. Go see for yourself at your local Chevy Geo dealer.
If you thought Series 1 was extreme, Top Stadium Club Series 2. It's extreme intensity, extreme design. It's taking chances. It's frequent flyers. It's a radical point of view. If you want to feel the game like this, you can't go just anywhere. You gotta go to the extreme. Top Stadium Club Series 2. It's extreme.
It's hard to top this one. A free cap featuring the championship logo. Compliments of Texaco. For men 15 and over when the Phillies play the Cardinals Sunday, June 12th at 8:05. Call 463-1000.
Phillies have taken the field here for the bottom half of the first inning. Bobby Munoz making his first major league start. Tom Treblehorn starting lineup for the Cubs. Tuffy Rhodes center fielder leads off. Sean Dunston shortstop hits second. Ryan Sandberg second base bats third. Mark Grace at first base hitting fourth. Derek May the left fielder bats fifth. Sammy Sosa right fielder hitting sixth. Rick Wilkins will catch and bat seventh. Steve Buechele the third baseman hitting eighth. Willie Banks pitching and hitting ninth. That lineup facing Bobby Munoz.
Bobby Munoz making his first major league start. A big guy, 6'7", 237, 26 years of age, number 15 round pick of the Yankees in June of '88.
Defensively behind him, Kim Baptiste at third base. At shortstop, Mariano Duncan. Mickey Morandini at second. Ricky Jordan at first. Aaron Dalton catching. In the outfield, Pete Incaviglia in left. Lenny Dykstra in center. And Jim Eisenreich in right. Tuffy Rhodes will lead it off. He's hitting at 250. Rhodes 7 home runs, 3 of them coming on opening day against Doc Gooden. He takes a strike, no balls and a strike to Tuffy Rhodes. Rhodes was signed originally by Houston, a third-round draft pick in the June '86 draft. Missing with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-2 to Tuffy Rhodes.
Strange defense for him. The Phillies have Kim Batiste way over on the line and a huge hole on the left side. It's almost as if it's in the late innings, and you're guarding the line with the third baseman, and against a left-handed batter, I guess he must reach out and poke some balls down the third baseline. That must be the scouting reports on him.
The outfield shades him to the opposite field. He struck him out. Rhodes goes down swinging on a good fastball. One down, and that'll bring on Sean Dunston.
Well, Bobby Munoz wants to be a starting pitcher, and he was starting at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, and he did start a little bit in spring training. So they're giving him an opportunity here now with all the pitchers, all the problems the Phillies have with their pitching staff.
Dunston batting at .241. He has a 9-game hitting streak. Sean's going to be happy just to be out there. He has played 25 games total in the last 2 years with that herniated disc in his back.
Oh yeah, there were times when they figured they'd never see him again.
Two balls and no strikes to Sean Dunston. He got that one over. 2-1. Mickey Morandini, he has a hitting streak going. Nice grab by Munoz, who at 6'7" could make a play like that. He throws out Sean Dunston.
We talked about Willie Banks, Harry, being an outstanding high school basketball player. Well, so is Bobby Munoz. Munoz played a lot of basketball in his amateur days, and he's very athletic for a big man. That's a real coordinated play he made right there and helped himself.
Bobby Munoz went to West Palm Beach Junior College on a basketball scholarship. On the Puerto Rican national juniors basketball team. Here's Ryan Sandberg. 1-0 to Sandberg, who's hitting at .257.
Ryan Sandberg's chasing a record he probably will set someday, and that's most home runs by a second baseman, and the guy who holds it.
Wait a minute. Look 2 booths over.
Yeah, I said, and the guy who holds it is a sweet pea right there. Joe Morgan right down from us doing the game on ESPN today. And, you know, Sandberg is gaining on him.
Sandberg has 239 as a second baseman. The sweet pea 266.
That's what I mean. You know, if nothing happens to Ryan Sandberg, he's going to someday set that record, and rightly so.
It fouled on the first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sandberg.
I think Joe knew it too when he had said it, because Sandberg was a young player at that time, hitting a ton of home runs, and figured it wasn't going to last a long time. Here's Munoz with a slider away, and Sandberg, who has become more a pull hitter in his career, fouls it off right side.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Sandberg. Sandberg already has 5 triples. It's amazing because he didn't hit any last year.
Yeah. Well, Sandberg's used to be a great alley hitter, but he's really more of a pull hitter now. He looks to middle in everything.
Ooh. Bobby Munoz, Darren Dalton both thought it was there. Cowboy Joe West said no. And it's a full count to Ryan Sandberg. Pretty good breaking ball here.
Ooh, boy, did that lock Sandberg.
Totally locked.
How about the way his knees bent there?
Full count to Ryan Sandberg.
Yeah, I think the only one that missed that one was the guy that counted.
Yeah, really. Bouncing ball up the middle. That'll be a base hit to center field for Ryan Sandberg. Brings on Mark Grace. Grace batting .321. He has been a hot hitter lately. Since moving to the cleanup spot.
There's Sandberg just going back up the middle after he probably had been struck out earlier, and he found a perfect spot for it. couple hops through the middle for a base hit.
Mark Grayson's moving to the cleanup spot, is hitting .421 in his last 15 games. Finished 5th in the league in hitting last year, .325. That was the highest batting average by any Cub since Bill Madlock hit .339 in 1976. In the air to left field, Incaviglia toward the line. Pete's there, makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 1, it's 0-0.
When Bob borrowed a lawnmower, all he got was short grass. When Bob borrowed hedge clippers, all he got was nice shrubs. When Bob borrowed a ladder, all he got was red shutters. When Bob borrowed a hose, all he got was wet. But when Bob borrowed money, he got indispensable banking services. The Mellon PSFS Smart Accounts. The package accounts for people who borrow as well as save.
I've got the world on a string.
Wouldn't you like the world on a string? Switch and get the AT&T Business Advantage, and you can get a whole string of international advantages, like online translating, UPS discounts, fax troubleshooting, and more. Switch to AT&T by July 1st, and we'll tie it all up with a whole month of free calling. For AT&T quality and competitive prices, call 1-800-222-0900. Don't forget, let AT&T work for you.
Looking at Civic, Saturn SL, or Corolla? Better look a little more, because the Hyundai sales explosion is on, and you can buy a new Elantra for just $87.99. It's over $3,000 less than Corolla. Elantra's got more standard features, including airbag protection and 2 years scheduled service at no charge. So you get a lot more car for a lot less money with Elantra. But hurry, because at $87.99, sales are way up and they're moving out fast. Come in for the best deals during the sales explosion at your nearest Hyundai dealer now.
After 1 inning of play, the Phils nothing and the Cubs nothing. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include tomorrow night's game at 8 here on PHL 17 and Wednesday afternoon's game on Sports Channel. Coverage begins at 1:30 on Wednesday with the pregame show. Darren Dalton leads off for the Phils, hitting .293, tied for 9th in the league. In runs batted in with 35, 6th in the league in slugging percentage. One ball and no strikes to Darren Dalton. Willie Banks, 25-year-old. He's pitched a lot of baseball in his young years. Signed right out of high school. 2 balls and a strike.
Happy birthday today to Gene Woodruff, who is 93, and happy 52nd anniversary to Oline and Milton Edwards of Newfield, New Jersey.
Fouls it behind the plate. 2-2 the count to Darren Dalton. Struck him out. First strikeout for Banks. He has a good strikeout walk ratio, 54 strikeouts and 27 walks. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Here's Pete Incaviglia hitting at .267, 9 homers, 7 of them coming in his last 11 ball games. One ball and no strikes to Incaviglia. Messing with a curveball. 2-0.
The Phillies have to make him throw that for a strike or establish it, because that's when he's going to be effective, when he's throwing that curveball over. You start chasing it, then he'll get ahead in the count.
Give him another curveball, a 2-0 deuce.
Yeah, he fooled him with that. I mean, Incaviglia thought he was going to get a 2-0 fastball there and chase the breaking ball. But that will be the key to Willie Banks' game today, is his curveball and his ability to throw it for a strike.
Swing on a fastball, fouled it back. It's 2-2. Incaviglia in this at bat is guessing, and he's guessing wrong. Guess fastball, got a curve. Guess curveball on that pitch and got a heater.
Now, 2 strikes, never a good time to guess.
Full count to Pete Incaviglia. Be sold out today, isn't it? Back to the rafters here, Wrigley. Maybe not quite. He got him with a 3-2 deuce, struck him out. 2 straight strikeouts for Banks, and that'll bring on Jim Eisenreich.
That's what we mean about his curveball. It's going to come down to the fact whether the Phillies have enough discipline to stay off it or not, because he's going to use that pitch a lot to try and get ahead or even to get outs, as he threw a 3-2 breaking ball in that situation.
Eisenreich is batting at .328. He's been hot, hitting .442 in his last 13 starts. 2 outs and no base runners here in the second of a 0-0 game. Two balls and no strikes. Joe West, the plate umpire. Good umpiring crew with Frank Pulley, Greg Bonan, and Wally Bell. 2-1. Three balls and a strike to Jim Eisenreich. Austin Eisenreich becomes the Phillies' first base runner with a 2-out walk. It'll bring up Kim Baptiste. Baptiste is hitting at .232. Hit his first home run of the year yesterday at Veterans Stadium. Just missing with a curveball.
That is a real finesse pitch, and it's a difficult pitch to throw for strikes a lot of times. And when that is a pitcher's #1 pitch, you really have to make him throw it for a strike. Now all of a sudden, see, you're 2-0 because he takes a curveball, and now he misses with a high fastball, and this is a great ballpark to get ahead in the count.
Rick Wilkins goes out to talk to Willie Banks. Jim Eisenreich talking to Mel Roberts, first base coach. Phillies dugout has added Tom Marsh to that dugout yesterday. Coming up for the disabled Dave Hollins. Sean Bosky, the ex-Cub, will be pitching here on Wednesday. 2 balls and a strike to Kim Baptiste. Banks really asked for new balls a lot. Changes balls with the plate umpire, Joe West. I guess when you throw a lot of curveballs, you want to baseball that you have a good feel for the seams.
Well, I mean, a guy who throws a lot of breaking balls wants the highest seams he can find.
Fouls it back, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kim Baptiste. Jim Eisenreich at first with 2 down. Beats the deuce foul. It's a pretty good overhand curveball he throws. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It holds to Baptiste.
Well, that's a pitch that Johnny Padres really believes in, and as everyone Phillies fans know, he's taught that to several Phillies pitchers. He really helped Tommy Green with his curveball. Kurt Schilling and Ben Rivera had a real good curveball, and it's a tremendous weapon for a pitcher when they can throw it for strikes.
Trying to get the fastball by him, but he fouled it back.
Hitters get locked into hard stuff, fastball, sliders, because a lot of them are on the same plane. But when you throw a curveball, it's not only a much different speed, but it's on a totally different plane. And Johnny Padres is a guy that really believes in the curveball and obviously the changeup.
Really jammed him, and he hits it softly to Sandberg, and Baptiste is retired. So are the Phils. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. 0-0.
An enemy's revenge.
You will be dead within 48 hours.
A secret assassin.
You will not know who until it is too late.
A vendetta of terror on the next Babylon 5.
And Cain and Peter must clear their family name.
Your great-grandfather killed the Emperor's nephew.
And repay an ancient debt.
He is the heir to the Chinese throne.
On the next Kung Fu.
Wednesday beginning at 8 on PHL 17.
Look at the 94 Ford Ranger. Looks a lot like the 93. Well, the 93 was a good truck. Yeah, in 93. But this Chevy's an all-new design with more horsepower and more head and shoulder room with a cargo bed that's deeper and wider than the Ranger. Ford's got to have something the new Chevy doesn't. It does. A higher price. That Ranger's about $500 more. That's it. I'm going to his local Chevy Geo dealer. To save $500, it's worth comparing. Go see for yourself at your local Chevy Geo dealer.
When you come to a Pep Boys Super Center, you'll be amazed by its size. They've got over 24,000 items, all with brand names you know and trust, many with lifetime warranties. Rebestas, Borg Warner, TRW, Gabriel, Purolator, CR, and Bendix. Everything you need to keep your car looking good and running smoothly. Day or night, even on Sunday, come to Pep Boys and drive away happy.
Airbags, seat belts, and anti-lock brakes, child safety seats, careful driving, and a set of Michelins.
On Sunday, June 12th, we have a night game at 8:05 against the St. Louis Cardinals, and all men 15 and over got a free blue baseball cap with a Phillies championship logo on the front, compliments of Texaco. Great Father's Day gift that Sunday, June 12th night game. Don't forget at 8:05 against the Redbirds. Caps for all men 15 and over. 4 tickets. Call 463-1000. Derek May leads it off. He's hitting at .328. May has been a good lifetime hitter against the Phils. .322 his career numbers against the Phillies. And 6 of his 24 major league home runs have come off the Phils.
A number of them have been hit at Veterans Stadium, too. He really likes to hit at the vet.
Munoz falls behind him 3-1. Beats a foul back behind the plate. It's a full count to Derek May. pass, Batiste down the left field line. It'll roll to a stop in this tall grass right before the bullpen mound. And a leadoff double for Derek May.
Bobby Munoz made a good pitch on him. 3-2 pitch away from him, and he hit it right off the end of the bat down the line.
I'd like to send best birthday wishes today to Maud Menser in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. Maud celebrating her 88th. Loves the dude and the Dutch and the Crucker, and all the family having a big Memorial Day cookout at Maud's place in Ephrata. Here's Sammy Sosa. Sosa batting at .272. Just missing with a breaking ball inside. 1-0 to Sosa. 0-0 game here in the second. With a fastball, 2-0. Sosa came over from the Chicago White Sox along with Ken Patterson in a deal that sent George Bell to the White Sox. He has good ability, he has power, he has speed, good arm.
He's really a dangerous hitter because he has so much power. He has a lot of holes, and when he's not swinging the bat well, you can really pitch to him. He's kind of hot right now, so he's dangerous, but he swings hard at everything. I mean, Sammy Sosa really doesn't just try to put balls in play. He tries to launch everything.
Just missing inside with a breaking ball. It's 3-1 to Sammy Sosa.
Ken Batiste is playing him as a real pull hitter right now, and there's a huge hole on the left side, so they evidently have scouting reports on a number of these hitters that they have the third baseman over near the line.
He rips it foul down the left field side.
That's why.
Well, Sosa's not the type of hitter that you would expect to try to move the runner up by hitting it the other way.
No, he won't even take a shot at that. I think the ball girl might have gotten hit down there by that wicked foul ball that Sammy Sosa just hit. Oh, wasn't even watching it.
No, wasn't paying too much attention. She
right
was just
on the elbow.
She was just enjoying the nice day here, and all of a sudden, bang.
Where'd that ball come from?
Sosa became the first Cub to be a 30-30 man. 33 homers last year, 36 steals. Holds it foul.
It got a cameraman.
Sosa's dangerous in this at bat.
Yeah, photographer down there got hit with that one. Not hard though. And now we know why the Phillies have Batiste over near the line so far.
Foul tip struck him out. So the second strikeout for Munoz, one down. That'll bring on Rick Wilkins.
Here's Sammy Sosa, as I mentioned, he just swings hard at everything. And Munoz throws a pretty good fastball. He cut that pitch a little bit away, and Sosa trying to pull everything. Pulls off that one and swings and just foul tips it.
Wilkins is batting at .234. He's hit 3 homers, knocked in 13, coming off a great year. It's in line for a ball. Wilkins hit .303 last year. 30 home runs and knocked in 73. The only Cub catcher to hit 30 or more home runs prior to Wilkins was Gabby Hartman with 37 in 1930. Two balls and no strikes to Rick Wilkins. Right back at Munoz. Oh, he shouldn't have done that. Oh, Bobby had him frozen at second base, and instead of getting the out, he tried to get Derek May, and it'll be a fielder's choice, and the Cubs have 2 men on base. He had May frozen at second, had to take the out at first, but made a mistake, and the Cubs now with 2 men on base.
Well, you have to get somebody here. He makes a good play on this. Now, he does the right thing. He runs right at him, but then he has to throw across his body. He can't get anything on it. And Derek May gets back. You don't want to make mistakes in baseball games, but especially in this ballpark.
So it'll bring on Steve Buechele, batting at .236. 6 homers. He's knocked in 25. In the dirt, a good block by Dalton.
Buechele's a guy you can pitch to now. I mean, that's why he's hitting 8th. He 2 for 24 in his last 7 games, but Munoz just tried to throw him a perfect breaking ball. Buechele is a guy that is very, very streaky, and he hits into a lot of double plays.
Oh, with it, 2-0. Check his swing. Evidently he did, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. So not getting the out could hurt Munoz here in the second. Poured that one through. It's 3-1. Munoz to Duncan. He'll get the out at first base, and the runners move up to second and third. So Buechele is out, and that'll bring on Willie Banks, the pitcher.
Bobby Munoz, it looks like he had a chance to catch that one or maybe just deflect it, and he wisely let it go, knowing that Duncan's right there and he's going to get it out on the slow-footed Buechele. Not a double play ball. The only thing Munoz could have done to that one maybe was deflect it away and get himself in more trouble.
Ground ball to Mickey Moore and Didi, and that will retire the side. For the Cubs in the second, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. They leave 2. We go to the third, 0-0.
Sure, you got a state-of-the-art entertainment center. A fully interactive home theater. Even got a gourmet delivery service. But have you got what it takes to be a mountain man? All it takes are the 2 cool beers of the Mountain Man. Smooth Busch Beer, easy drinking Busch Light. So, be a mountain man. All you gotta do is head for the mountains.
If you've got a group of 25 or more, we'll give you a great time at a Phillies game. For all the details about a special package for your group at a Phillies game, call 463-5000.
The winds of change are blowing away old ideas and bringing the all-new Ford Windstar. A totally new minivan. Windstar's innovative design moves the wheels out, stretching the wheelbase, creating the most passenger and cargo room of all leading minivans. And with a quieter interior, Windstar takes the minivan in a whole new direction. The all-new front-wheel drive Ford Windstar. The future of minivans begins today.
With Matchlight, you get the best charcoal, Kingsford, with just the right amount of lighter fluid already added. That's why there's only one match for Matchlight from Kingsford.
Our trivia question of the afternoon is brought to you by Dodge. There have been 6 Major League catchers to record a 30-homer, 300 average season. 3 of those who have accomplished this feat are in uniform today. Not necessarily at this park, but are in uniform today. Can you name them? 1 strike to Morandini. Mickey has a 10-game hitting streak going for him. Hitting .316 in the last 10. Overall hitting at .358. Hall of Fame broadcaster Jack Brickhouse threw out a first ball today, as did Wayne Messmer, the PA announcer who sang the anthem here, and a great PA announcer who was shot over the winter and is recuperating and doing pretty well. It'll be a while before he can use his voice. And Doug LeMaris of Palmyra, Pennsylvania, also threw out a first ball. He's a student at Northwestern. Line drive speared by Ryan Sandberg. So Morandini hit it on the nose, but at Sandberg, 1 down. That'll bring on Bobby Munoz.
What you say, 30 home runs? Here's a line drive hit by Morandini. A fine play by Sandberg, who's still really good. 30 home runs and 300 average in 1 year. 6 players have done it.
And 3 are in uniform, not necessarily at this ballpark, but are in uniform today. Munoz 1 for 1. He got his hit off Bruce Ruffin. Ooh, curveball, didn't miss by much. Struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Banks. That's 2 down here in the 3rd. It'll bring up Lenny Dykstra. The Texaco All-Star Game balloting is going on. It's your chance to vote for your favorite All-Stars to participate in the '94 Texaco All-Star Game in Pittsburgh. Make sure you vote. Ballots are available at the vet or any participating Texaco outlet. Balloting will end on June 27th. Lenny Dykstra takes 1 low for a ball. One ball and no strikes to Lenny Dykstra.
There's Dykstra chasing that off-speed pitch from Banks, who's going to throw curveballs and change-ups along with that high fastball.
It's inside with a fastball. It's 2-1.
Both these pitchers today have done a pretty good job of keeping the ball out of the air or off the fat part of the bat with that wind blowing out pretty hard to left field.
Good curveball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dykstra. He'll throw that curveball a lot down the count. It's been an effective pitch for him.
Get out of there, Dyke.
Line drive center field, but right there is Tuffy Rhodes, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, there is none left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, 0-0.
If you're looking to buy an Accord, Altima, or Camry, don't do it. Check out the all-new 95 Hyundai Sonata first. Sonata with standard dual airbags costs $3,400 less than Camry. But only Sonata's got more passenger room, air conditioning, and an AM/FM stereo cassette standard. And right now, you can lease one for just $199 a month. So if you want more car for less money, Sonata is the car to drive. Test drive the all-new Sonata with dual airbags at your nearest Hyundai dealer today.
There is no turning back. You cannot escape the fury of Thunder Canyon, new this summer at Dorney Park. Captured in the clutches of this rampaging river, Thunder Canyon sweeps you away, clinging to a raft you cannot control. New this summer at Dorney Park, Thunder Canyon, the fear is blowing.
Discount coupons at participating Pizza Hut restaurants.
Retirement? I'm too young to be worried about retiring.
I'm set. I've been socking away a little of my paycheck every month.
The same company for almost 20 years. They'll take care of me.
You bet I got my nest egg covered.
In these uncertain financial times, turn to Nationwide Financial Services for a wide range of investment alternatives, most of which are tax-advantaged. Because someday soon, the quality of your life may depend on the quality of your investments.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Bud Light. It won't fill you up and never lets you down, so make it a Bud Light. By Pico Energy. There's a new kind of energy around here, Pico Energy. And by your Quality Plus Ford dealer, who invites you to test drive the brand new 1994 Mustang convertible. Tuffy Rhodes leads it off for the Cubs. He struck out his first time up. 0-0 game here in the bottom of the third. 1 ball and no strikes. Our trivia question this afternoon brought to you by Dodge. There have been 6 Major League catchers to record a 30-homer, 300 average season. 3 of those men who accomplished the feat are still in uniform today. Can you name them? 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, Rick Wilkins is one of them.
Did it last year.
And Mike Piazza did it last year.
Mike Piazza did it last year.
Well, before we move on to the others who did it a long time, I mean, I need some help on who might be in uniform today in another place.
He is a manager.
Well, that should be easy.
Should be, yeah. Balls and 2 strikes to Tuffy Rhodes. The other guys who did it, Gabby Hartnett in 1930, Walker Cooper in 47, and Campy accomplished it 3 times, 51, 53, and 55.
I'd written down Campy as a potential guess, but I also written down Yogi Berra. He never did it, huh?
Evidently not, yeah.
I'm looking for that one who's a manager. I mean, that should be really easy. Hold on a second. This way. I'm determined on this one.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Tuffy Rhodes.
Still working on the leadoff hitter here.
He beats a foul straight back, still 2-2. Were bombed today by Colorado 12-2. Seattle shut out Minnesota 12-0, and Boston beat Kansas City 6-5, and games already completed in the major leagues.
Well, the only manager I can think of who's a catcher is Johnny Oates, and he didn't hit 30 home runs in a year.
No. This guy finished his career as a third baseman.
Well, that's why you got Joe Torre.
That's correct.
Yeah. He hit 30 home runs as a catcher. Well, that's a good question.
That's deep to left. The wind's going to help it, but Incaviglia makes the catch. right near the wall in fair territory down the left field side. 1 down.
I think he hit it off the end of the bat a little bit, and that kept it in the ballpark. He also appeared to pull off it just a little.
Yeah, you can kind of see why they play Tuffy to the opposite field. Here's Sean Dunston.
Not only to the opposite field, but over near the bag. And Batiste is doing it with Dunston. This is the most unusual defensing I've seen the Phillies do in a long time for a variety of hitters.
I have to ask that Book about that.
You know, they obviously have scouting reports on a number of these guys that they're just pulling everything. And a guy like Tuffy Rhodes, who is hitting balls down the left field line, is a left field hitter. Batiste is playing up for potential bunt, but over near the line.
1 ball and 1 strike to Dunston. He grounded back to the mound his first time up.
There's Batiste, where you see where he's playing. See, that's not unusual if you're in a tie game late in the ball game or something. You play that guarding the line defense, but not in the 3rd inning unless a guy really yanks everything.
Right back at Munoz again, and Bobby retires Dunston for the 2nd time. That's 2 down. That will bring up Ryan Sandberg. He singled up the middle his first time up.
Happy 81st birthday today to Ed Brown of Downingtown, longtime Phillies fan. As you see Bobby Munoz throw a fastball, and Dunston was pulling off it, so he hit it right off the end of the bat. He has a lot of these right-handed hitters, shoulders flying out right now, and that's understandable when you're 6'7".
Well, the good news in the early going wheels is that he is, for the most part, throwing strikes.
Harry, you know what he's doing too, and you can tell. We'll see how long he can do it, but he's throwing the ball today. You know, he doesn't look like he's aiming it, trying to hit spots. He's rearing back and firing it because he has a good arm.
2 balls and no strikes to Ryan Sandberg.
And when Johnny Padres works with him, that's one of the things you hear him say to the pitchers on the side: throw the ball.
Got that one over. 2-1 to Sandberg. In the hole, a base hit to left field for Ryan Sandberg. So Sandberg gets his 2nd hit, and the batter will be Mark Grace, who flied out to left his first time up. It's hit number 3 for the Cubs off Munoz.
Ryan Sandberg pulls this ball in the hole like a slider. And he's hit 2 balls perfectly today as Sandberg. One in the hole to left, and the other one the base hit up the middle.
Low and away, 1 ball and no strikes to Mark Grace. Breaking ball, 1-1. There goes Sandberg. He got a big jump. Throw will be late. Stolen base. Ryan Sandberg is 2nd.
Sandberg not running much, as Harry just said, only his 2nd stolen base of the year from a guy who used to steal in double figures regularly. But Munoz has this huge high leg kick, and he's definitely a guy he can run on. And the scouting reports on Munoz would be, if you have a chance to steal a base, go ahead and try it.
So Sandberg is at 2nd base. 2 balls and a strike to Grace. Outside, it's 3-1. Foul down the 3rd base side.
New ball girl.
Yes, they did. Take the other young lady out to get her elbow worked on. Hit by that batted ball. Sharply hit, but Ricky Jordan has it, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. Rich Ashburn joins Chris Wheeler in the 4th after 3, 0-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle!
Hi, Rick. Hey, Brian. How are the wife and kids?
How's your mom?
Good. She says hi.
Good.
And the winner of tonight's match receives Ice Cold Bud Light. Bud Light!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Oh, man.
Look what you did.
What I did? Just who do you think you are, man?
Who do you think I am?
Easy, fellas. What would he do?
Oh, the Yellow Pages?
Just any Yellow Pages?
Genuine Yellow Pages.
9 out of 10 use it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages.
Ford Probe GT has been called the most cost-effective rocket coupe. The best value in the hot sports coupe class. And the affordable master of multifunctional fun. Ford Probe GT, the most award-winning sports coupe in its class, is now even more affordable with 2.9% APR or special low lease terms. Ford Probe, an affordable front-wheel drive sports coupe. What a concept.
Well, when the Phillies get back off this road trip to Chicago and Houston, the Cubs will be in town Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights next week. The 6th, 7th, and 8th at 7:35. Then the St. Louis Cardinals, a 4-game series beginning Thursday night, June the 9th, Saturday evening at 7:05, and then Sunday night, remember, at 8:05. That's on June the 12th, and that's Men's Cap Night, a special Sunday night game. Call 463-1000 for your tickets. Mariano Duncan leads it off for the Phillies here in the 4th inning as Rich Ashburn joins us. It'll be Duncan, Jordan, and Dalton in a scoreless game with the wind blowing out to left. Fouled away. Pretty good pitching so far from both these young right-handers.
Yeah, Munoz hasn't been in much trouble. He did have a leadoff double in 1 inning, but he was able to pitch out of it.
Yeah, and he made a poor fielding play and complicated his inning, and he got out of it. Willie Banks misses, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Banks with fastball, curveball, and straight change. Duncan swings and misses at that big hook. 2-2. He's really had the off-speed pitches going behind in the count today.
Yeah, he is getting a lot of outs on that straight changeup. Lenny out twice on it.
Bounces up there. Really has great arm speed with it.
Some of the changeups have been bad pitches, but they have fooled the hitters.
And they've never seen Willie Banks before today. And you watch him on television, and you see a lot of Cub games because of their high visibility, but it's still another thing when you face him for the first time. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Duncan. And he laid off. Off-speed pitch, a changeup. And he's been throwing that pitch 3-2. Duncan walks.
Some of us who've made that long trip to Fort Myers in the spring have seen Willie Banks.
When he was with Minnesota.
Yeah, something you've never done.
I haven't been to Fort Myers in a while.
It's a beautiful city down there.
That seems to be the place you really like to go every year, so we just book you for that.
You make those long trips to Dunedin.
I like
3 miles away.
No, I go to Plant City too. Ricky Jordan, the batter. Ricky hit a fly ball to Sammy Sosa in right field his first time up. Throw back over to first. And back in plenty of time, Mariano Duncan. Darren Dalton waits on deck. We're in the 4th inning. No score. 1st of 4 from Wrigley. Ricky loves that high pitch, and he chased one there. Strike one.
Willie Banks has pitched in Fort Myers against the Phillies. In fact, he pitched a very strong game down there one day.
You saw that, huh?
That is correct.
No balls and one strike on Jordan. There's Duncan at first base.
Andy Musser made one trip down there because they have a brew pub down there. New brew pub.
That's right. Andy will go all over the state for those things.
He's gone to the state of Washington for brew pubs.
1 ball and 1 strike as another move over to first. Chases Duncan back. Duncan doesn't run that much, but most of the Phillies, when he goes, he makes it. Mariano 4 for 4 in stolen bases. Strike 2, says Joe West.
Good pitch there. Straight changeup. He's thrown that pitch a lot today.
Playing Jordan to pull. The count 1-2. Tap towards short. Should be a double play. Dunston fires to first, and he got it. Dunston made that a little tougher than it needed to be by taking it himself, and he still got Ricky Jordan 2 outs.
And you can only do that if you have a great arm, which Dunston has. He really gunned that ball. This was also a changeup that Ricky Jordan swung at.
See, Sandberg was there and plenty
he was
of time.
there.
Out at first, says Wally. But look how far he runs to the bag with the second baseman already there. He is very athletic, is Dunston, but he made that a lot tougher than it had to be. Dalton, the batter. Darren has struck out in his 1 at bat, so 2 outs and nobody on as the Cubs turn a double play.
Jordan's in a little slump. He's 0 for his last 11, and it all started when he hurt his rib cage.
One and 1 to Dalton with Incaviglia waiting on deck. Bobby Munoz and Willie Banks here this afternoon on an 80-degree-plus day at Wrigley Field. High in the air to right field. Sammy Sosa coming in, looking up into the sun, and makes the play. Phillies are out in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score.
On the next Real Stories of the Highway Patrol, a big rig truck is rear-ended, littering an Arizona state freeway with debris for miles.
We've got one fatal at this point. Is there a seatbelt wear on him?
Not that we saw.
Arizona troopers search through the rubble for clues and fatalities.
We've got one more survivor.
The dog's bleeding.
We got to help someone for the dog.
Don't miss the next Real Stories of the Highway Patrol.
Tonight at 7:30 on PHL 17.
In New Britain, Connecticut, people know how to make a home worth more.
The Hummels are doing a new deck.
Because New Britain is also the home of Stanley.
Frank is redoing his roof.
And nobody has more innovative ways to make a house more livable.
Liz is redoing her bathroom.
Or more valuable.
And the Sandowskis are redoing everything.
Ever wish you had a better house?
So, Arnold,
Why not get started on the one you've got?
what are we doing?
The new Saab 900. It won Automobile Magazine's Design of the Year. Consumers Digest rated it a best buy. Kiplinger's Personal Finance magazine called it the best new car in its class. But with a 50% stiffer body, the new 900 is designed to survive much more than the scrutiny of the press. Test drive the Saab 900, a new 900 Turbo Coupe.
Merchandise, looking for Phillies caps, jackets, and shirts. Looking for Phillies blankets, bags, and balls. Looking for Phillies keychains, mugs, videos, and more. Well, look for the Phillies official souvenir and gift catalog, and look for the Kellogg's special offer. Call the Phillies at 463-1000 and ask for a copy of the Phillies souvenir and gift catalog. It has everything you'd ever want in Phillies merchandise. Derek May, Sammy Sosa, Rick Wilkins. 5, 6, 7 hitters in Tom Troublehorn's lineup, facing Bobby Munoz here in the 4th inning. Cubs have 3 hits so far off Munoz. Phillies with no hits through 4 innings off that guy, Willie Banks. Outside to Derek May, who doubled down the left field line his first time up. Little squirter off the end of his bat that just died in that high grass in the bullpen. Munoz with no walks thus far and 2 strikeouts, although he's pitched behind quite a bit. 2-0 to Derek May. Hit to deep left center field. In Cavilla, gone back. It is gone into the basket. One of those Wrigley Field short porch home runs. And Derek May, who hits a lot of home runs against the Phillies, has just hit his 5th of the year, and it's 1-0 Cubs.
He's a big guy that is a left field hitter. It's a lot of balls out there.
Well, that one might not even be a home run in Denver, but it is here.
Got a little help from the breeze. Did have a good swing. A little help from the breeze, and it caught that basket.
Put that basket out there a number of years ago so the fans wouldn't throw debris on the field. Here's Sammy Sosa, and Munoz misses. That's Derek May's 7th career home run now against the Phillies, and his 19th run batted in for the Newark, Delaware native. Son of Dave May. 2 balls and no strikes now to Sosa, who struck out on a full count his first time up. 1-0 Cubs here in the 4th inning. Sosa up the middle. Morandini playing him perfectly, has it, throws him out, 1 away. And Rick Wilkins will bat. Wilkins hit a ball back towards the mound last time up. Munoz fielded it. He had Derek May frozen off second, but then threw late to second to get May, and Wilkins reached first base on the fielder's choice. Rick Wilkins with that 30 home run, 300 season last year. Part of our trivia question today.
He just doesn't throw that first pitch in there for a strike, and that, I think that making it a little harder for him.
It'll hurt you after a while, that's for sure. Misses again. 2-0. Munoz has not had real good control today, although he seems to be throwing the ball a lot better than he did in St. Louis the other night. Got that one over. 2-1. 1 out with Steve Buechele on deck. That was hit number 4 for the Cubs. Three and 1 on Wilkins. Wilkins with good power, although he was off to a slow start in homers this year. Nubber off the end of the bat to Batiste. Kim has it. Wide throw. Ricky Jordan stays on the bag, and there are 2 outs here in the 4th. And that'll bring up Steve Buechele, 2 for his last 25.
Munoz. Big motion, follow through. Able to throw an off-speed pitch at Wilkins' chase. I think that might have been ball 4, but Wilkins hit it right off the end of the bat.
6'7", 237-pounder. Bobby Munoz, 26 years of age. First pitch to Buechele is over for a strike. So there he gets a strike 1. And 0-2 on Steve Buechele, who takes a long look at Joe West.
Two pitches right on the inside corner, both of them almost in the same location. It's usually a pitch that Buechele likes inside half of the plate.
Breaking ball bounces up there, and Joe West will toss a new ball out to Munoz. Two outs and nobody on base. Cubs with a run in the fourth. The only run of the game thus far. Munoz's pitch, a breaking ball low, 2-2.
He didn't swing at that, but it was a good pitch. It started in the strike zone and dropped out.
It's Derek May who just hit that home run, as we mentioned, his 7th career homer against the Phillies. And Munoz was ahead of Buechele 0-2, and now it's 3-2. Pitcher Willie Banks waits next. Broken bat ground ball to short. Duncan, a lot of time to throw out Buechele. He does. And that'll do it. 1 run, 1 hit. The homer by May. No errors and nobody left. Through 4, 1-0. Cubs.
Even with all the discussion about our nation's health care, Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield continue their 56-year mission more aggressively than ever. Thanks to the Blue Cross Blue Shield Caring Foundation, thousands of needy kids receive free health coverage at no cost to our commercial customers. Our special care program makes basic and preventive benefits available to hard-working adults who can't afford traditional coverage. We cover hundreds of thousands of individuals, senior citizens, and small businesses, giving them the peace of mind that comprehensive insurance can provide, which in most cases would not be available elsewhere. All this, plus our attractive, affordable programs like Personal Choice and Keystone. And we're doing the job with one of the lowest administrative expense ratios in the nation. That helps hold down your premiums. Within this ever-changing healthcare environment, Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield stand by their commitment to high-quality, accessible health insurance for everyone. No wonder we're the health plan you can lean on.
I'm bored. Let's count the palm trees again. Why are you looking at me like that, Iggy? You okay? Cut it out. You're weirding me, man. Stop looking at me like that, would ya? You're creeping me out. Cut that out, man.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Yeah, you're gonna twist my head off.
Derek May, a leadoff home run in the bottom of the fourth. The only run in this ball game. 1-0 Cubs, top of the fifth.
And the Phillies yet to pick up a hit off Willie Banks, who his last time out pitched a 2-0 complete game shutout against the Los Angeles Dodgers. So he's on a good run right now, shutting out the Phillies through 4 thus far. Last time out, he gave up 4 hits, walked 3, struck out 7, did that right-hander from Jersey City, New Jersey, 25 years of age. First pitch to Incaviglia is hit foul, third base side. Inky struck out his first time up. He'll be followed by Jim Eisenreich and then Kim Baptiste. Incaviglia coming into the game at .267 with 9 homers, 20 runs batted in. Banks gets a fastball over and he's ahead to count 0-2. To check, didn't. According to Joe West, struck him out on 3 pitches. Incaviglia goes down on strikes for the second time in the game.
I think this was a strike also. Yeah, that was a strike too. It was right there in the outside corner. Could have called him out either way, I suppose.
Strikeout number 4 for Banks, and here's Eisenreich, who walked. Banks has walked 2. Jammed him to Mark Grace. He'll look for Banks. He's there on the 3-1 hookup. 2 outs. So the Cubs, who had really awful pitching early in the season, We're starting to get some pretty good outings out of guys, especially Willie Banks, who's won 3 in a row, matching his career high, looking for 4 today.
He's had a lot of easy outs. This is another one. You pitch a shutout in this park, you've done something.
Two outs and nobody on base as Buechele goes in to have a word with Willie Banks. Kim grounded to second his first time up on a broken bat. Willie Banks is taking a long time out there. Look at this beautiful day in Chicago, and Joe West is motioning out to him. Let's go. First pitch to Batiste is over for a strike. Kim with a home run yesterday, his first of the season. This ballpark up on Chicago's north side, an old historic neighborhood, fouled away, right side now to play. And a real shrine to the game is Wrigley Field.
Played here 2 years, and that's when they played all day games. They didn't have any night games then. They didn't have lights here then. A lot of players don't like that day baseball all the time. I enjoyed it a lot. You see the ball better in the daytime.
Oh, 2. Fouled away right side again. Big crowd here at Wrigley. Doesn't look like it's quite sold out, but almost on a nice afternoon here in Chicago.
The Cubs pitching coach Mo Drabowski was a pitcher at that time.
Was he kind of wacko then?
Oh, he was wacko then, and he still is wacko.
Oh, yeah. Bouncing up there, 1-2 to Batiste.
They had some of the greatest young arms I've ever seen on the staff. Mo Drabowski, Dick Drott, Glenn Hobby, Anderson, Ellsworth.
Boy, they were good arms. Taps a ground ball towards second. Easy play for Sandberg, who throws him out. And Willie Banks has pitched no hit, no run ball through 5 innings. 1-0 Cubs.
Retirement? I'm too young to be worried about retiring.
I'm set. I've been socking away a little of my paycheck every month.
The same company for almost 20 years. They'll take care of me.
You bet I've got my nest egg covered.
In these uncertain financial times, turn to Nationwide Financial Services for a wide range of investment alternatives, most of which are tax advantaged. Because someday soon, the quality of your life may depend on the quality of your investments.
You can't use a mobile phone to say.
Okay, we're ready to sign a contract.
You can't use a mobile phone to whisper.
Daddy misses you too, sweetheart.
A mobile phone will not let you send.
Here comes the fax.
And it will not let you hear.
The meeting's been changed.
Unless
Hello?
the call goes through. A mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile.
It's a free Lenny Dykstra t-shirt for kids 14 and under. Compliments of Model Sporting Goods when the Phillies take on the Dodgers Sunday, July 17th at 1:35. A shirt with the dude. A game of the Dodgers. Call 463-1000.
One of these hammers is jacketed in high-impact polycarbonate. The other one is broken. The fiberglass jacketed hammer from Stanley.
Today's game is brought to you by Bell Atlantic Mobile. A mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile. By Nissan, we build more into every car and truck we make. Nissan. It's time to expect more from a car and buy the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. Willie Banks, who grounded out his first time up, tries to bunt his way on. Banks has 2 hits in 22 at-bats this year. Banks, and then the top of the order, Tuffy Rhodes and Sean Dunston. Bounces up there and he chases it. No balls and 2 strikes on Willie Banks, hitting for the first time now that he's over here in the National League. And he chases another bad ball, strikes out. Dalton will toss it down to Ricky Jordan. Strikeout for Bobby Munoz, 1 out in the 5th. Three strikeouts now for Munoz. And Tuffy Rhodes, the batter, he has struck out and fly to Incaviglia in left field. There's Kim Baptiste right over on the line off a left-handed hitter. Playing him to bunt also, and he does bunt, but bunts it foul.
That grass is thick and slow.
Oh, yeah.
Ball really slows on the infield.
This is a hitter's ballpark, but not necessarily for ground ball hitters. It's a hitter's ballpark for fly ball hitters. Because you see a lot of guys hit balls hard on the infield here that turn into outs. There's a view from center field. It's hard foul first base side. And it's now 0-2 on Tuffy Rhodes, who started the season with 3 homers. Willie Banks, who has pitched 5 strong innings, has not yet given up a hit. To Rhodes, he committed on that. That's another strikeout for Munoz. 2 in this inning, 4 in the ball game. 2 outs, nobody on for Dunston, who twice has grounded back to Munoz. Sean Dunston, the Brooklyn native, or the New York City native. I think he's from the Bronx. Also a #1 draft pick. He tries to check and can't. A lot of check swinging going on in this inning.
He was the #1 draft pick the year that Dwight Gooden was available, who was picked 5, I believe, that year.
Banks was a 3rd overall in '87. Ball bounces up there. 1-1. Bobby Munoz doing a good job in his first major league start. Dunston was the first player chosen in 1982 in the entire draft. Big swing and a miss. Foul tip actually held on to by Dalton. And in this inning, Bobby Munoz pitching ahead in the count. There's that basket where the ball landed on the home run hit by Derek May. Strike 3 called. He struck him out looking. Bobby Munoz strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Phillies trying to get something done against that guy. 1-0 Cubs through 5.
Driver, do you have any Bud Light in your vehicle?
Yes.
Then I am Mr. Gallywikich.
You mean Dr. Galakowicz?
Yes, I am. This is so cool.
First time in a limo? Doctor?
In a limo this small.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
It comes specially equipped with dual airbags, cruise control, air conditioning, 4-speaker AM/FM cassette stereo, and power accessories like luxury sedans costing twice the money. The 1994 Nissan Altima GXE. It not only defines what a luxury car should be, it redefines what a luxury car should cost. Lease the Altima for just $750 down and $229 a month for 36 months.
This isn't about basketball, it's about business.
Here's a short course on small business.
So what if you're not the biggest business in the game?
Get the ball?
You still succeed because you call the shots.
And take advantage of the big guys when you need to.
Like now with AT&T. Switch and save 20% on business long distance. But it's meant for small businesses, not you big guys.
This can't wait. Can't believe this guy.
So call now and save 20%. Let AT&T work for you.
Excellent starting pitching here today. Willie Banks has struck out 4 with a couple of walks and a 5-inning no-hitter so far for Willie Banks. And Bobby Munoz has pitched well. He's given up a a home run. He struck out 5 and no walks.
So on a day where we thought, well, it might be a few runs scored here, it's still a long way to go, but so far the two pitchers have done a great job. Wind blowing out to left field here. Not a real strong wind, but still enough that it's helping the ball a little bit. Mickey Morandini leads it off. Came closest to getting hit for a Phillies. He had a smash that Sandberg snared to his left on a dive. Looked like a base hit when he hit it. Somebody's counting the outs for that no-hitter already.
You can lose that in a hurry here.
Oh, yeah.
You can lose a shutout in a hurry here.
2 balls and no strikes to Morandini, trying to get on base. Munoz waits on deck. There's a ground ball right at Sandberg. Ryan throws him out, 1 away. Had a 6-inning no-hitter yesterday at Veterans Stadium from West, and then 2 from Slocum. The easiest and most convenient way to buy your Phillies tickets is to get them directly from the Phils by phone. Don't get shut out purchasing for some of this year's great baseball action. Look over the schedule and order in advance. Call the Phillies at 463-1000. Lots of great baseball still coming up, so make that call right now, 463-1000. Bobby Munoz hits it hard, but right at Tuffy Rhodes. Munoz hit that on the nose, and the center fielder right there, positioned perfectly, made the play. 2 outs.
There's the tally.
Countdown continues.
Phillies had that no-hitter yesterday through 8 innings.
Lenny Dykstra has flied out and lined out to center. And Dykstra takes it high for ball 1. Duncan waits on deck. 2 outs, nobody on base. 1-0 Cubs in the 6th. Cubs had a late start today at 3:05 for this holiday game. Will be the only 3:05 start in the entire season. Phillies are going to play 2 night games in this series, beginning at 7:05 Central Time. Here's a look at the defense for Dykstra. Third baseman always play him up, and he never bunts. Little tapper. Sandberg coming on. Will have to hurry. Got him at first, they say. Very close play, and Lenny Dykstra is ruled out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Still 1-0 Cubs.
Cubs see the Phillies take on Ryne Sandberg and the Cubs Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, June 6th, 7th, and 8th, all at 7:35, followed by the Cardinals. Thursday and Friday, June 9th and 10th at 7:35. Saturday the 11th at 7:05. And a special Sunday night at 8:05 when men 15 and over get a free cap featuring the 93 championship logo, compliments of Texaco. The Cubs and the Cards capped off with a free hat. For tickets, call 463-1000.
Ford dealers have a system for repairs, starting with the service advisor. He's the main customer contact in diagnosing problems and getting the job done.
We'll get this car.
He can help save you time. He can help save you money. And you can find him here. Quality Care, where the quality continues.
For service, see your Quality Plus Ford dealer. And while you're there, test drive the new Ford Windstar.
I carry in my mind the picture of a child who was never born. A child I aborted. A picture that changes as the years go by. I imagine him growing tall, with dark hair and eyes. Again and again, my mind returns to that ghost of a child who would have been 12 this spring. If you think abortion is an easy choice, that you can just forget about it, it's not true. You can't.
Today's Phillies game is brought to you by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for a crisp, clean, classic taste by the Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 people use a genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. And by your local Hyundai dealer. Hyundai, cars that make sense. Ryne Sandberg, who just made a fine play to retire Lenny Dykstra, will lead it off. Sandberg 2 for 2 with a couple of singles, 1 to center and 1 to left. Ball 1 to Ryan Sandberg, followed by Mark Grace and then Derek May. 3, 4, 5 hitters. Heart of the lineup here for the Cubs. Munoz's pitch is low. 2-0. Here's a play that ends the inning, Whitey, and it's really close.
Really, really close. I tell you, that's so close.
Phillies still without a hit. Dykstra thought he was safe. So did Mel Roberts. First base coach over to Sandberg. 2-1. Three and 1.
This is a no-hitter that Banks has, but he only has a 1-run lead, so it's every pitch is important.
3-1 to Sandberg. Ball 4. He walked him. So Ryan Sandberg walked. Sandberg stole a base in the 3rd inning, and he could possibly think about running again. Here is Grace, who has flied out and grounded out to Ricky Jordan. Ryan Sandberg, a leadoff base runner in the 6th as the Cubs try to get more. Whitey mentioned just a 1-0 game in favor of Chicago. Outside, ball 1. Ground ball could be, well, to get 1. And back to first safe. The ball went further to Morandini's right than I thought it was going to go originally. Mickey wound up making a good play to just get 1. Grace does not run all that well, and they darn near got him.
That was a good play by Morandini.
That's Derek May's homer, Whitey.
May's into that basket out there. Only park probably in baseball where you don't have to hit the ball over the fence to get a home run.
Right. Derek May hitting that home run to left center field. Cardinals at one time did have an overhang out in the wall. Yeah, they did. They keep fans from throwing debris onto the field, but they now have all those geraniums out there, and the seats are further back, so they don't have to worry about having a basket on the wall anymore. 1 ball and no strikes. Hit towards the hole and past Jordan. Knocked down by Mickey Morandini. And that'll be an infield hit for May. Stopping at second base is Mark Grace.
Another good play by Morandini. He kept Grace on second, because he would have been able to get to third had that have slipped through there. May is single, double, home run. Needs a triple for the cycle.
And here is the free swinging Sammy Sosa, who was struck out and grounded to second. Phillies have the infield at double play that for Sosa.
Almost hit him with a curveball.
Well, the idea is sound if he could have gotten it over, because Sosa swings so hard at everything. They figured maybe he'd chase something early. There's Morandini, who is playing up over near second base. For Sosa, hits a lot of balls up the middle. In fact, that's where he hit it last time, right where Morandini is positioned. There it is, right up the middle for a base hit. Grace being waved around. He'll score. Dykstra's throw is cut off in the middle of the diamond. And the Cubs lead it 2-0 on an RBI hit by Sammy Sosa's 28th run batted in.
Johnny Padres coming out. Here's the base hit. Out over the plate and pretty good wood on it.
Phillies have the bullpen up now for the first time as Johnny Padres heads to the mound. They have Bob Wells, a right-hander, and Andy Carter, the left-hander, up.
This is not an easy outfield to play in terms of throwing people out at home plate. You have to play pretty deep, especially with a guy that can hit the ball for distance. And the grass slows the ball so much out there, the ball doesn't get to you.
Yeah, it's tough to charge a ball here. There are the base runners. Derek May at first base and Sammy Sosa, or at second. Sammy Sosa's first, as Fergosi and Dennis Menke talk it over. Rick Wilkins, the batter. He's been on base on a fielder's choice and grounded to Batiste at third. 1 out in the inning and a run in. Starts him with a breaking ball and misses. Ball 1. Bouncing up there, great block by Dalton. No advance by the base runners. 2-0.
That was a good block because it bounced way up front. It wasn't one of those little trapper throws. I think Munoz is getting tired. He just looks tired, you know. He looks like he's laboring out there. Phillies have Carter and Wells, I believe it is.
2-0 to Wilkins. Ball 3. Steve Buechele waits on deck, so Munoz now 1 pitch away from loading him. There, the right-hander Bob Wells, the left-hander Andy Carter. Three and 0 to Wilkins, taking all the way over for a strike. 3-1. Cubs catcher hit 30 home runs last year, batted over 300, and Steve Buechele waiting on deck. Cubs now with 6 hits and the Phillies with none. 2 on. Wilkins right back to Munoz. Should be a double play, and Duncan lets the throw get away. Runner headed for third. They got a shot at him there, and that ball is bobbled, and they get nobody. And it's 3-0 now in favor of the Cubs, and that was a dead double play ball.
I think Duncan will get an error on that. Ball thrown a little high, but it should have been fielded. And Jim Fergosi is coming out.
Yeah, the throw was a good throw, it appeared. It appeared that Duncan just missed it. And now Fergosi will come out and make a pitching change. I think they just said E4, but it's E6, obviously. Yeah, it's an error on the shortstop, no RBI. An error on Duncan, and a 3-0 ball game as right-hander Bob Wells comes on. Well, we've got a pitching change, and the AT&T call to the bullpen salutes AdTech Electronics Incorporated in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, distributor of electrical and electronic components, established 1986.
Denny's original Grand Slam breakfast is now just $1.99.
$1.99? Are you out of your mind?
Crazy. You get 2 eggs, 2 fluffy hot cakes, 2 bacon, and 2 sausages for just $1.99.
$1.99? Are you out of your mind?
The Grand Slam, the most famous cooked-to-order breakfast in America, just $1.99.
They usually don't make mistakes here at Denny's.
No mistake. At participating Denny's, the Grand Slam is just $1.99.
Just $1.99. $1.99? Are you out of your mind?
The original Grand Slam for $1.99. How long can this last?
Come see the Phillies take on Ryne Sandberg and the Cubs Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, June 6th, 7th, and 8th, all at 7:35, followed by the Cardinals. Thursday and Friday, June 9th and 10th at 7:35. Saturday the 11th at 7:05. And a special Sunday night at 8:05 when men 15 and over get a free cap featuring the 93 championship logo, compliments of Texaco. The Cubs and the Cards capped off with a free hat. For tickets, call 463-1000.
The score right now is the Cubs 3 and the Phillies nothing. Travel arranged through U.S. Air, offering convenient nonstops between Philadelphia and Seattle. Making business travel easy, U.S. Air begins with you.
Here it is again. This was perfect double play ball. You know, you wonder how he missed that ball. Now he scores, and Buechele would have been out at third maybe with a little better throw. Or Sosa, that is. Buechele's a batter.
Yeah, that throw went into the runner, and Batiste never really did handle it. So the Cubs have runners at the corners. And Bob Wells, the pitcher, with one out. He should have been out of that inning with a double play, but the inning continues. Wells coming into his 6th game with a record of 1-0 and an earned run average of 1.93. Pitcher Willie Banks waits on deck. And a strike to Buechele. A ball and a strike to the Cubs third baseman, batting 8th in the lineup. Buechele hits it to third. The runner was going. Now they've got Sosa hung up in a rundown. They'll get Sosa back to third and safe at third. Oh, that was a weird play. The runner was going from first. Buechele looked like he was swinging hit and run then, and Sosa was just flat out trapped off third base. So they get one out, and the same situation remains with runners at first and third.
And Sosa's kind of hung up there, but I guess he thought maybe Batiste might try for the double play. Buechele doesn't run that well. A close play there. Duncan over there at third.
He stayed in the rundown long enough to get a runner to third at least. Here's Wilkins, the runner at third base. And now there are 2 outs, and Willie Banks, the batter, and he fouls it off into the upper deck and over the roof here in Wrigley. Banks in the ballgame has grounded out and struck out. And Banks now has a 3-0 lead with 2 runs here in the inning, and these runs all charged to Munoz. Oh, he hit him. Hit Willie Banks. Looked like right near the hip. Certainly not trying to do that, obviously. And that'll load him.
No, he didn't want to hit Willie Banks. He had a strike on him. Fastball just bearing in on Banks, who turned trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, hit him on the hip. That's the second batter hit by Bob Wells. John Fierro, the trainer of the Cubs, is down looking at him. Here comes Jim Fregosi out of the dugout. He has Carter up, and Tuffy Rhodes, a left-handed batter, due to bat next. As you look at Tom Troublehorn, here comes Fregosi. We're probably going to have another pitching change. And we will have a pitching change as Bob Wells leaves. Andy Carter comes on. Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this.
Ford Probe GT has been called the most cost-effective rocket coupe. The best value in the hot sports coupe class. and the affordable master of multifunctional fun. Ford Probe GT, the most award-winning sports coupe in its class, is now even more affordable with 2.9% APR or special low lease terms. Ford Probe, an affordable front-wheel drive sports coupe. What a concept.
You can't use a mobile phone to say.
Okay, we're ready to sign a contract.
You can't use a mobile phone to whisper.
Daddy misses you too, sweetheart.
A mobile phone will not let you send.
Here comes the fax.
And it will not let you hear.
The meeting's been changed.
Unless
Hello?
the call goes through. A mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile.
The new pitcher for the Phillies, their third in the ballgame, is the left-hander Andy Carter. 0-2 with a 4.15 earned run average coming into his 10th game. 13 innings, 12 hits. He has walked 6 and struck out 5, and he inherits a bases-loaded 2-out situation. Cubs have scored 2 runs here in the 6th inning to make it 3-0. And Tuffy Rhodes, who's 0 for 3, all of them coming off the starter Bobby Munoz will bat. He struck out twice in the game. Andy Carter trying to keep the damage to just 2 runs in the inning. On deck is Dunston. And Toby Borland, a right-hander, is up. Pitch to Rhodes is inside, ball 1. There you see the bases loaded situation. And left-hander to left-hander, Carter and Rhodes. Fly ball foul out of play on the roof. On the left side, and it's 1-1 now on Rhodes. Coming into the game batting at .250 with 7 home runs and 15 runs batted in. Bob Wells, the second pitcher in the inning. Carter's pitch to Rhodes is over for a strike, 1-2. So Carter gets ahead of him. Cubs with the bases loaded. Phillies with some loose play in this inning. And the Cubs with a 3-0 lead. Duncan committing a key error. Fouled away off the screen behind home plate. It remains at 1-2. Andy Carter out of Erdenheim, Pennsylvania, Springfield, Montgomery County High School. Bobby Munoz, the starter, knocked out here in the 6th. Since then, Bob Wells and now Carter. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. 2-2. Carter has hit 4 batters in 13 innings since coming up. Never forget his major league debut,
where he hit 2
and got ejected in a game against San Diego. 2-2 with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Pitch to Rhodes. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. Carter made a perfect pitch. Cubs get 2 runs in the inning. They do it with 2 hits. There was 1 error, and they leave them loaded. Through 6, it's 3-0 Cubs. Stay tuned. Harry Callis is coming back to join Whitey in the 7th.
And remember, tonight you're playing for Bloodline, ladies. The boys are back in town.
These guys are good.
Who are you calling guys?
Yeah.
Looks like you're in the finals. Ma'am, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
You're the defending ladies pool champion?
Yes, I am.
There's no one else on the field like him. I hear he's a big milk drinker. I can tell. That energy, that strength, that body. Forget it, girls. He's taken.
Milk, whole, low fat or non-fat. It does a body good.
It comes specially equipped with dual airbags, cruise control, air conditioning, 4-speaker AM/FM cassette stereo, and power accessories like luxury sedans costing twice the money. The 1994 Nissan Altima GXE. It not only defines what a luxury car should be, it redefines what a luxury car should cost. Lease the Altima for just $750 down and $229 a month for 36 months.
With Matchlight, you get the best charcoal, Kingsford, with just the right amount of lighter fluid already added. That's why there's only one match for Matchlight from Kingsford.
After 6 innings of play, it's the Cubs 3 and the Phillies nothing. Tonight at 7, the Bundys spend a quality day at the beach on Married with Children, only on PHL 17. And Harry Kellis with us in the 7th. Harry?
All right, thanks, Rich. And Willie Banks working on a no-hitter here in the 7th inning. Cubs lead it by a score of 3-0. Mariano Duncan will be the first one to face him. Duncan has grounded out and walked. Banks coming off a shutout. Against the Dodgers, and here he's working on a no-hitter, and Duncan takes one low for a ball, 1-0. Banks has 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Phillies have not had a runner reach second base.
Duncan's had some pretty good cuts at Willie Banks. Hasn't connected.
Really, when you look at it, Bobby Munoz pitched a good ball game for the Phils in his first major league start, but he's being totally overshadowed here by this man, 25-year-old Willie Banks.
Gave up 3 runs, 2 earned.
Well, Banks all of a sudden has fallen behind, and now the Cubs are going to get bullpen activity. Banks might be hurting from being hit by that pitched ball. Tom Trebelhorn is coming out and
just hit him on the hip, not like it hit him on the arm or the back or the. Usually you can take a shot to the hip without getting hurt.
I'm sure he would hate to leave this ball game. It's Bob Wells' pitch that hit Banks. It's 3 balls and no strikes to Mariano Duncan. Bullpen activity for the Cubs now. Missing ball 4. Dan Plesac is up in Chicago's bullpen. That's the 3rd walk given up by Banks, the 2nd time he has walked Duncan, who has walked 11 times this year.
He only walked 12 times the whole season last year.
1 ball and no strikes to Ricky Jordan, so that's 5 straight pitches out of the strike zone. There's Dan Plesac. Six straight pitches out of the strike zone. Plesac is joined by the right-hander Jose Bautista. Tom Trebelhorn is kind of caught in a spot here, the Cub manager, because his pitcher has a no-hitter going. You don't want to remove him with a no-hit game, yet you also want to win the game. It's 3-0. Got that one over, 2-1.
Threw a 2-0 changeup and got it over.
Mariano Duncan at first base. He walked. Nobody out here in the 7th. Fastball a little bit tight. It's 3-1. Into center field. Tuffy Road should have no trouble with that one. 1 down.
That was ball 4, and it was a changeup. You wouldn't think a guy would swing at that pitch, but I guess Ricky thought he would hit it much better than he did. When you get a pitcher 3-1, you want to not only guess with him, but if you guess wrong, you let the pitch go. See, that's down around the ankles, and it was a changeup.
Here's Darren Dalton. He is struck out and flied out to right. And he takes one a little bit wide for a ball. 1-0. One ball and no strikes to Dalton. Got the fastball over. 1-1. Chased a low breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That changeup again, down and away. Must be a very deceiving pitch to the hitters because they're not catching up to it or recognizing it.
Ball gets away from Wilkins. Duncan will become the first Philly runner to reach second on a pass ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Darren Dalton.
They could call that a wild pitch because it's way outside. Well, they're going to call it a pass ball.
Yeah, it was outside, but it should have been caught.
He should have handled that.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Darren Dalton. Ground ball to second baseman Sandberg, and that's 2 down. Moving up to third is Mariano Duncan. First friendly face Larry Bow has seen this afternoon. And it'll bring on Pete Incaviglia, who's been up twice. Twice he has struck out.
Tom Troublehorn was in the Milwaukee organization, managed Milwaukee for 5 years.
Got that curveball in there for a strike. Missed the high fastball.
These fans are starting to get into this no-hitter.
Yeah, the last one here at Wrigley by a Cub was in 1972. Milt Pappas. He had a perfect game until he walked that Larry Stahl with 2 outs in the 9th on a 3-2 pitch. Incaviglia called out on strikes on that good curveball. He has struck the ink man out all 3 times that he's been up. 5 strikeouts for Banks. He has a no-hitter through 7. No runs, hits, no errors, 1 left. Stretch time. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Cubs lead 3-0.
Impelling force indoor life.
Once in a lifetime.
But who's counting?
Comes a show so powerful.
Our bodies kept rubbing, and I'm like,
so exciting.
let's go to a nude beach.
And so explosive.
This lady has no butt at all.
I need a man with a butt, Chuck.
That you don't dare miss it.
We mean?
That show is Love Connection.
Who could not like that?
It's a beautiful thing.
The superstar of romance.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Weeknights at 11 and 11:30 on PHL 17.
Ignition?
Check.
Tachometer?
Check.
Anti-lock brakes?
Check.
Air conditioning?
Check.
Dual airbags?
Check. Check.
Cruise control?
Check.
Power sunroof?
Check.
7-speaker stereo?
Check, 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 check.
The Prelude VTEC from Honda. Check it out.
Don't you have anything to fit me? No offense, Mr. Jones, but you are a little on the small side. I need more choices. Harry, give me those genuine yellow pages. Look, choices. Italian, Greek, Chinese. You want more? Those are restaurants. That's right. You put some meat on those bones and come back and see us. 9 out of 10 use it. Mexican, barbecue. The genuine Val Atlantic yellow pages. How about a smorgasbord?
Hello, I'm Dick Vermeil. Do you know anything about the new cancer detection test for men, PSA? Prostatic specific antigen is a blood test currently being used to help detect prostate cancer.
Here's our Chevrolet game summary. It's mostly been Willie Banks. 7 innings. He's given up no hits. He's walked 3 and struck out 5. Derek May, a solo homer in the 4th, 3 for 3 today. And the Cubs scored a couple of runs. They sent 8 batters to the plate in the 6th on only 2 hits. There was 1 costly error in there.
John Dunston leads it off. He takes 1 wide. Dunston has twice grounded back to the mound and struck out. Andy Carter came in the 6th inning. Struck out Tuffy Rhodes, the only man he faced. Bottom of the 7th in a 3-0 game. Chicago leading it, and the Phils are hitless through 7. Three balls and no strikes to Sean Dunston. Munoz, while he was in there, only walked 1. So his control was good. He struck out 5. And Dunston draws a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Ryne Sandberg, who's been on base all 3 times that he's been up. 2 singles and a walk.
This was the pitch that got in Cavilla, that off-speed pitch. It was a changeup again. Can't believe that so many hitters are getting fooled by that changeup. It must be very deceptive. He got Dalton on it to ground out. A high changeup.
1 ball and no strikes to Ryne Sandberg. And no strikes to Sandberg. Dalton out to talk to Carter. He's having trouble finding the strike zone.
Throwing everything low. Pitched very well to Tuffy Rhodes to strike him out, and since then has only thrown 1 strike. And Toby Borland, the right-hander, is getting up again in the Phillies bullpen down that right field side.
Students at Thomas Jefferson University who are participating in clinical affiliations in Rochester, Minnesota, are here cheering for the Phils. Mark Brown, Scott Malone, Mike Cesale, and Dave Owens. Borderline strike. 2-1. Dunston not a big lead. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ryan Sandberg. Now Dunston does go. Morandini took a bad hop on him, but he's still got Sandberg. Good play by Mickey. Dunston moves up to second base, but a fine play by Morandini for out number 1.
Oh, that really took a high hop. It was out there far enough so Morandini could get up and get it.
Brings up Mark Grace. Grace is nothing for 3 today. Fly to left, grounded out, hit into a fielder's choice. Foul down the left field side. No balls and a strike to Mark Grace. Sean Dunston at second base with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Cubs lead it 3-0. Missing with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Beats the breaking ball, foul down the first base side. Carter is in front of Grace. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mike Williams pitches tomorrow. It's a night game. Don't forget, tomorrow night against Steve Trashel. Sean Bosky on Wednesday afternoon and Mike Morgan. And Thursday night, Danny Jackson against Anthony Young. Off the end of the bat, foul down the third base side. Still 1-2. The end of the bat again, but Pete Incaviglia there makes the catch in fair territory. That's 2 outs, and that'll bring on Derek May. May has doubled, homered, and singled. This guy always has hurt the Phillies, the Newark, Delaware product. His dad Dave played for Baltimore, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Texas, and Pittsburgh in a long major league career. 35,834 the paid attendance here this afternoon. On the outside corner for a called strike to Derek May.
Willie Banks, no hitter through 7.
Tried to paint the inside corner, missed with it, 1-1. Bouncing ball to second base. Morandini gets May out. He's retired for the first time. The Cubs go down to 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We move to the 8th inning. Chicago leads 3-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's rock.
Hi, Rick. Hey, Brian. How the wife and kids? How's your mom? She says hi. Good.
And the winner of tonight's match receives Ice Cold Bud Light. Bud Light!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
A new wind is rising, bringing change, bringing the all-new Ford Windstar, a totally new minivan. Windstar is the only minivan that combines standard dual airbags, 5-mile-an-hour bumpers, and 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. Plus, it meets all passenger car safety standards. It's safety that takes the minivan in a whole new direction. The all-new front-wheel drive Ford Windstar. The future of minivans begins today.
It's a free photo pack with pictures of Phillies players for kids 14 and under, compliments of Mellon PSFS. When the Phils play the Braves Sunday, June 26th at 1:35. Free photos, Big Bad Braves. Call 463-1000.
One of these hammers is jacketed in high-impact polycarbonate. The other one is broken. The fiberglass jacketed hammer from Stanley.
Today's Phillies game is brought to you by the AT&T Business Advantage. Let it work for you. By Motorola Pagers. Never miss an important call. Pocket a pager from Motorola. And by Dodge. See the award-winning lineup of new cars and trucks at your local Dodge dealer. Well, Willie Banks coming into the 8th inning with a no-hit, no-run game. Cubs lead 3-0. Jim Eisenreich will lead it off. He has walked and grounded out. Eisenreich will be followed by Kim Baptiste and then Mickey Morandini. And Tom Treblehorn still has that left-hander and right-hander up in the bullpen. Plesac and Bautista. 1 ball and no strikes to Eisenreich. Fastball is over. It's 1-1.
This game is still winnable, but they got to throw in a few base hits.
Line drive to right center field. Sosa makes the grab. It was well hit by Eisenreich, but Banks still has his no-hit, no-run game. It'll bring on Kim Baptiste. Baptiste has been up twice. Twice he's grounded out to Ryan Sandberg. Bouncing ball in the hole, a base hit to left field, and there goes Banks' no-hitter. Kim Baptiste, the first Phillies hit with 1 out in the 8th inning.
Well, that just got through. Past Buechele, and Dunston had no chance at it. Buechele had a slim chance.
Fans here at Wrigley giving Willie Banks a standing ovation. She carried a no-hitter into the 8th inning here. Here's Mickey Morandini is lined out and grounded out. Milt Thompson moves in the on-deck circle to bat for Andy Carter.
That pitch was a ball down just under Buechel's glove.
Morandini fouls one off. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mickey Morandini. Tops the foul back behind the plate, 1-2.
Here's the base hit, and here's Banks. Not much of a reaction, really.
Well, he knew what was going on.
Kind of took it in stride.
You have to not only be good, but you also have to be lucky to pitch a no-hitter. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mickey Morandini. With that off-speed pitch, struck him out. 6 strikeouts for Banks, 2 down here in the 8th, and it will bring on Milt Thompson.
The change-up again, down and away. It was a ball. Hitters can't seem to recognize that change-up.
Milt Thompson hitting at .306 as a pinch hitter. He is nothing for 3. Toby Borland will be the Phillies' new pitcher. Almost got by Wilkins. 1-1 the count to Thompson. Two balls and a strike. Works a foul down the right field side. 2-2. It's another foul ball. Banks has thrown an excellent curveball and an excellent changeup today. Mixing in enough fastballs. There's a fastball that he jammed Thompson with, and Buechel throws him out. Well, the Phillies snapped the no-hitter of Banks, but he puts the Phils down. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-0 Chicago.
As luxury cars get more features, they tend to get crammed with more wire, creating possible electrical problems. That's why Infiniti developed an advanced electrical system for the Q45. Like fiber optics, 1 wire can carry masses of information for greater reliability and more efficient controls. The choice in luxury cars is getting simpler.
Denny's original Grand Slam breakfast is now just $1.99.
$1.99? Are you out of your mind?
Crazy. You get 2 eggs, 2 fluffy hot cakes, 2 bacon, and 2 sausages for just $1.99.
$1.99? Are you out of your mind?
The Grand Slam, the most famous cooked-to-order breakfast in America, just $1.99.
They usually don't make mistakes here at Lenny's. Denny's.
No mistake. At participating Denny's, the Grand Slam is just $1.99.
Just $1.99. $1.99? Are you out of your mind?
The original Grand Slam for $1.99. How long can this last?
An artist carves a sculpture from 1 piece of stone. creating a thing of beauty that lasts for centuries. With the J30, Infiniti set out to create a luxury car that seems formed from one piece of steel. With fewer joints to flex over time, it helps maintain a feeling that's solid, stable, and quiet. Visit your Infiniti showroom and see how practical art can be.
The 46th annual edition of the Phillies yearbook is now available. It's spectacular. The book relives the magic of '93, previews this year's version of the Phils. 88 pages, wonderfully colorful pictures, great stats, and interesting articles. Phillies yearbook, just call 463-1000. You can order it by mail. Send to Phillies yearbook, box 7575, Philadelphia 19101. It's $7. Add $2 for mail and handling. Toby Borland is the Phillies' new pitcher. This will be his third game since coming up. And Sammy Sosa grounds a foul down the third base side. He has struck out, grounded out, and singled. Sosa has knocked in a run. Borland 0-0, a 5.40 ERA. He's pitched just 1 2/3 innings. 5 hits and 1 run. No strikeouts and 1 walk. 0-2 to Sammy Sosa. Bottom of the 8th, Cubs leading by a score of 3-0. Struck him out. So Sosa goes down swinging. That's 1 down. That'll bring on Rick Wilkins. Wilkins is nothing for 3. He's hit into a fielder's choice, grounded out, and hit into a fielder's choice. One strike to Wilkins. Phillies will send the top of the order up in the 9th inning. Lenny Dykstra, Mariano Duncan, and Ricky Jordan.
I don't know. I think he's done, isn't he, Willie Banks? They're congratulating him on a good ball game.
Yeah, Randy Myers is up in the bullpen, their closer. So it looks like Willie Banks is finished after 8 innings of 1-hit shutout ball. There's Myers. Strikes out Wilkins. So Borland comes in and punches out the 2 hitters he faces. It'll bring on Steve Buechele. Buechele has been in the throes of a slump. He's 2 for his last 27. So Banks will settle for 8 innings of 1-hit shutout ball. The last Cub to pitch back-to-back shutouts was Steve Trout back in '87. One strike to Buechele. One. Kevin Roberson is in the on-deck circle. To bat for Willie Banks. 2 balls, 1 strike to Buechele. Harry Carey, legendary Hall of Fame broadcaster here in Chicago. Buechele gonna get extra bases on this one. It'll be a stand-up double for Steve Buechele. And Kevin Roberson will come out to pinch hit for Banks. Roberson is a switch hitter. He's hitting at .267. As a pinch hitter, he is 4 for 14, including a home run. Ray Sanchez is going to come out and pinch run for Steve Buechele. So Sanchez at second base. He'll stay in and play third. 2 outs, and here's Kevin Robertson. One strike to Kevin Robertson. Robertson, a 26-year-old from Decatur, Illinois. 2 strikes to him. 16th round draft pick by the Cubs in the June '88 draft. Hit .304 in Iowa last year and .189 for the Cubs. Has some power combined with Iowa and Chicago. He had 25 homers. Into left field, Incaviglia backtracks. Pete's there and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 9th. Cubs lead 3-0.
I'm bored. Let's count the palm trees again. Why are you looking at me like that, Iggy? You okay?
Cut it out. You're weirding me, man.
Stop looking at me like that, would ya? You're creeping me out. Cut that out, man.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Iggy, you're gonna twist my head off. Iggy.
Big 4? Yeah, man, I play it every day. Hey, like I'd forget something that important.
Big 4 from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Don't forget.
And I check this lock once a week, too.
Did I park on 2? Anyway, I don't think you should go there to get your lottery. Daily number, play it all the time. I'd never forget something that important. Where did I park that car?
The Pennsylvania Lottery's daily number. Don't forget.
Where did I take the bus?
Ignition?
Check.
Tachometer?
Check.
Anti-lock brakes?
Check.
Air conditioning?
Check.
Dual airbags?
Check. Check.
Cruise control?
Check.
Power sunroof?
Check.
7-speaker stereo?
Check, 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 check.
The Prelude VTEC from Honda. Check it out.
After 8 innings of play, it's Chicago 3 and the Phils nothing. Tonight at 7:30, a state trooper is held at gunpoint on Real Stories of the Highway Patrol, only on PHL 17. Randy Myers will come in to pitch for Chicago. Willie Banks had to leave the game when his side stiffened a little bit after being hit by a pitch ball. And Myers in there now, 0-1 with 11 saves, second in the league in saves. Behind only John Frank, who has 12. Myers' ERA is 1.13. Lenny Dykstra takes a strike. Dykstra's nothing out of 3. No balls and 2 strikes to Lenny Dykstra. Myers, coming off a great year, led the major leagues in saves, 53 of them. Struck out 86 in 75 innings of work. Most saves in major league history outside of Bobby Thigpen's 57 in 1990. Oh, what a great grab by Mark Grace. That's why he's won a couple of Gold Gloves at that position.
That was a bullet. It was headed for that right field corner.
They'll bring on Duncan. Duncan is 0 for 1 officially. He's walked twice. Dykstra was looking for his first hit off this left-hander Myers. He is now 0 for 8. Conversely, Duncan just wears out Randy Myers. 5 for 7 lifetime, including a home run. Fouls that one out of play. 2 balls and a strike. That one over. 2-2. Cubs lead it 3-0. We are in the 9th inning. On the ground to Dunston. Gets Duncan. 2 down here in the 9th. It'll bring on Ricky Jordan. Jordan's flying to right, grounded into a double play and flying to center. One ball and no strikes to Ricky Jordan. Goes with just 1 hit, a single by Kim Baptiste. And this game is over. Chicago has shut out the Phils 3-0 on a 1-hitter. He only hit a single by Kim Baptiste. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. Cubs win by a score of 3-0 here at Wrigley. We'll be back with the totals and a recap in just a moment.
With Matchlight, you get the best charcoal, Kingsford, with just the right amount of lighter fluid already added. That's why there's only one match from Matchlight, from Kingsford.
When you come to a Pep Boys Super Center, you'll be amazed by its size. They've got over 24,000 items, all with brand names you know and trust, many with lifetime warranties. Raybestos, Borg Warner, TRW, Gabriel, Purolator, CR, and Bendix. Everything you need to keep your car looking good and running smoothly. Day or night, even on Sunday, come to Pep Boys and drive away happy.
There is no turning back. You cannot escape the fury of Thunder Canyon, new this summer at Dorney Park. Captured in the clutches of this rampaging river, Thunder Canyon sweeps you away, clinging to a raft you cannot control. New this summer at Dorney Park, Thunder Canyon. The beer is blowing.
Discount coupons at participating Pizza Hut restaurants.
The new Saab 900. It won Automobile Magazine's Design of the Year. Consumers Digest rated it a best buy. Kiplinger's Personal Finance magazine called it the best new car in its class. But with a 50% stiffer body, the new 900 is designed to survive much more than the scrutiny of the press. Test drive the Saab 900, a new 900 Turbo Coupe.
Great pitching by the Cubs this afternoon. The Phillies got 1 hit. That was a single by Kim Baptiste with 1 out of the 8th inning. Willie Banks carrying a no-hitter into the 8th. Randy Myers came in to save it for him in the 9th inning for the winning Cubs. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 9. Phil's no runs, 1 hit, 1 error with 3 left. Banks the winner, 6-4. The loss goes to Bobby Munoz. He pitched well, but lost his first major league start, 0-1. Randy Myers recorded his 12th save, and that save earns a $100 donation from Sunoco for the Byrne Foundation Great Saves Program. Since 1982, Sunoco and local Sunoco dealers